Hey guys, it's Lindsay. Welcome back to my channel and to another Plan with me. For this week, I am planning out the week of April. Yes, April 25th through May. Oh my god, my brain just completely stopped working. May 1st. And I'm using the Boho Vibes kit from Scribble Co. This is definitely a lot of an older kit. I bought this kit with the intention of using it when I finally went to a Stagecoach, and Stagecoach was postponed. I don't know if I actually bought this kit though, like in 2020, if it came out then or if it was after, but I planned on using this kit for Stagecoach time frame. But because of pandemic and all that different stuff, it kept getting pushed back. But y'all, I finally got the chance to use it. It does very much give me more so like Coachella deserty vibes, but I didn't go to Coachella. I went to Stagecoach instead, and I thought that it was still very fitting. So I used that kit for this week, and I am really happy with how it turned out. I really like the colors of it and like the pinks and stuff. They're just very bright and they make me happy. But yeah, so the obviously the biggest thing for this entire week was that I did go to Stagecoach. Also, you will see me rip up that double box again because I did not put down the extender boxes, even though I knew that I needed them because that was Stagecoach weekend. But yeah, you guys will see me rip that up a little bit later. But I had been waiting since 2020 essentially for a Stagecoach. We bought these tickets or the passes all the way back in 2019, and then it got canceled because of the pandemic, and then the 2021 one also got canceled because of the pandemic. So when they were like, all right, it's coming back in 2022, my sister and I both were just like, all right, we're doing it. We also love Carrie Underwood. Carrie Underwood is probably my all-time favorite artist, always has been, and she was the main act for the Saturday night, and oh my god, it was the best experience of my life. Just I I have always wanted to see her in concert, and I know that her concerts are amazing, and I've always wanted to see her, and it was just so incredibly cool. So we were purely mostly there just to see Carrie Underwood, but obviously there was a couple more artists that we were excited to see. But oh my god, it was one of the best experiences ever. I don't think I am made to be a festival person, but I think if we go ever again, I think I will be made into a festival person with a little bit of alcohol. Gotta have that alcohol. And also with a bigger group of people, because there was only a couple of us, there wasn't that many. But the night that we had Carrie Underwood, we actually met up with like one of my sister's friends, and like they had a whole big group of people, and it was so much fun. So, and also like I said, we had a little bit of alcohol in our system, but it was incredible and so much fun, and I would probably go again. And I don't know, the Carrie Underwood was the main reason why we were there. But yeah, it was so cool. My allergies though were angry. I knew that it was going to be an issue with the dust and everything. Like I understood that aspect of it, but I didn't expect that it was going to be as bad as it was. I actually thought that I had come back with COVID because I was coughing so much. My throat was so bad. I was stuffed up for days, like 4 or 5 days after we returned from Stagecoach. And every time I took a test, I was negative. So it wasn't that. But oh my gosh, my allergies were insane. And even I wore like the bandana over your face. I wore like stuff to try to help it. I took allergy medicine, nothing. Like it was bad. So I think that's the other reason why I'm not quite meant for the desert, because oh my gosh, my allergies could not handle it. I was dying on that second night that we were there with Carrie Underwood. I was literally just sitting at like, we were sitting waiting for the artist to start, and I could not breathe because my nose was so incredibly congested, and I was like, I'm losing my mind, I can't do this. And then it was windy that night as well, so it caused even more dust to like be bumped up, and I was like, I can't, my allergies. But you know, we survived, we're okay, didn't have COVID, so yay for that. But yeah, overall it was such a great time. It was so much fun. And I know that festivals aren't for everyone, but I do feel like genuinely everyone should go to at least one festival in their life, whether it's Stagecoach, Coachella, Lollapalooza, things like that. Like, I genuinely think everyone should experience it because it was So cool. We're pretty much going to get into the plans now, so we'll just talk about that on the on the sidebar. I saw the word weekend, just said weekend. On the sidebar, I did put like a little singing munchkin and just put festival weekend because that's what it was. It was festival weekend, and then obviously my work schedule as always. For Monday, that I feel like that was a very quick base. Like I guess I kind of did talk about it a lot, but not really. Anyway, moving on to Monday. So I used this old foil bundle from Scribble Co. for the icons because I thought that the peachy kind of pink color matched, and it was gold foil as well. I did use a mix of rose gold foil and gold foil, so I used that just kind of icon sheet just because I thought it was great. So I used a car icon from that sheet and then not a carpool script. I just carpooled, so I used that to mark carpooling. I did get Starbucks. Also, please don't ask me why. This day, I was like, ooh, I'm going to do these cups. And then the next day, I proceed to change said cup that I was using. So I'm sorry. Don't mind that. This one is different than the rest of the days, but it's fine. So that Lindsay little coffee cup, I believe, is from the Coffee Banana. I feel like that's not right. I don't remember. Crafty Banana. That's what it is. That's where that one's from. And then the Starbucks Born script is from my shop, which also, really quickly, my entire shop currently is 25% off until August 20th at 11:59 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So definitely go get an order placed because also customs are included and misfit bags. So definitely go do that. Anyway, Starbucks run. And then I did have to create a guide for work, so I just used a paper and milk little Maru on a laptop to mark that. I marked that I was really tired because we are always constantly exhausted, so I used a little paper shire vanilla and a So Tired custom script. It was that the last day of Food and Wine? No. So this was the day before Food and Wine ended, and we had a couple of tabs still left over on our Sip and Saver passes, so we did decide to go in and just kind of get some of the food. They were pretty much selling out of everything, though, but we did go to Food and Wine, so I used like a wine like munchkin to mark that, and then I did mark that there was crazy long lines because there was, so I used a stressed AF little munchkin for that because like, oh my god, those lines were ridiculous and there was just people everywhere. Moving on to Tuesday, I got Starbucks again, so this is gonna be the, like, rest of the week is what it is, so the Starbucks Run script again is from my shop, and then the little kind of pink drink is from, I believe, the Coffee Monsters Co. No, I think actually that one might be Once More Love. And then I did mark something that I'm not going to write in, but I just used the Scarlet Witch to mark that. And then I did apply to the university that a lot of you guys were trying to help with in my last plan with me about me not getting my transcripts in, but I did apply to that university on this day, so I've literally been doing this since April. And then it was last day of Food and Wine, so I just wanted to mark that with a little paper and milk Maru. And then I did get crumble, so I used, oh crap, where are those? I think that's from Paper and Milk as well, the little cookie icon. And then the crumble script is from Planet Hannah. And then we got Del Taco for dinner, so I used a little burrito to mark that. Moving on to Wednesday, again, the same Starbucks situation with a little pink cup. And then I marked that I was tired AF. I believe, yeah, this was my last day before I went on vacation for Stagecoach, and I was over it. So I used a munchkin and a Tired AF script that is from, I believe, Letters to Apollo. And then I marked that I was in vacation mode, so I just used this little Paper Bits Co. bear with like a suitcase to mark that because I felt like it was really fitting just because vacation mode, and it was cute. It matched the spread, so. We then got after work Pavastalab. We say it as Pavastalab. I don't know if that's actually how it's pronounced, but it's like PVSTA Lab, which is a pasta place that is in Rodeo 39 in Orange County. I don't mind saying it because I don't live in Orange County. So, yeah, we did get that. It's so incredibly good. They have like a pesto sauce, and I get the shells, and it's good. But I used a little Wonton a Million sticker to mark that. And then we were going to plan on Stagecoach on this day, so we kind of were like, okay, what time do we want to get here? What time do we want to do this? What do we want to do this? What artists do we want to see? Things like that. So we did plan that out on this day, so I just used a little heart icon from that sheet. And then I did watch some Twitch streams on this day, so I used a little Paper and Milk sticker to mark that. I love those little Twitch stickers. They make me happy. And then I did laundry because I had to do some laundry for some of the items that I was taking with me, so I used another paper milk. Wow, I used a lot of paper milk so far. A sticker, and then the laundry script is a black script that came with this kit. It was part of the freebie, so I just used that to mark laundry. Moving on to Thursday was my payday, so I used a little dollar icon from that sheet, and then the payday script is from my shop. And then I did receive my tax refund on this day. It was actually kind of perfect timing. I received my tax refund right before I was leaving to go on vacation and spend a crap ton of money, so it was actually like perfectly well timed. So I used this Glam Planner Girl. I think I mentioned before that I've been trying to get rid of these like Lolly and Friends type of stickers, so I have a bunch of them and I've just been trying to get rid of them. So I used that to mark the tax refund, and then I did go to Boot Barn. I have never been to Boot Barn before, and y'all, their aesthetic for their clothing is very much right up my alley. I thought they just had like cowboy boots. No, they have some really cute ass like clothing. So I went there. I used a little Suey from Wonton a Million to mark that, and it was, I don't know, I was just so excited because I was like, this is so cool. So we went there, and then went to the mall, and then I ended up going back to Boot Barn because I was looking for a couple of different outfits for Stagecoach, and also I was looking for potentially cowboy boots, and the only ones I ended up liking were actually at Boot Barn, and oh my god, they were so flipping cute. I still to this day love them, and if I ever go back to Stagecoach or anywhere country related, I will wear them. But yes, so we went to Boot Barn, and then I went to the mall, so I used a little Paper Shire sticker to mark that. And then after that, I printed my invoices, but I don't think I actually worked on sticker orders. I think I ran out of time, but I did print invoices on this day. So I used a paper milk, god, another paper milk, little like printer to mark printing the invoices. And then I did get a spray tan for the first time ever in my life on this day. Didn't hate it, but I was very, very white. Like my legs just had not seen the sun in a very long time, and I needed to add some type of color before we went to the desert. So I used this little Scribbler girl to mark the spray tan, and then I did pack on this day as well. So I used another paper milk little suitcase sticker, and the pack script is from my shop. Moving on to Friday. So for all of the days of Stagecoach, I decided to mark Stagecoach 1, 2, and 3. And I used Toy Story character stickers because they are cowboys and cowgirls and stuff. And I was like, you know what, we're going to do it because I have nothing else to mark it with. So on Friday, I used Woody for Stagecoach Day 1. I did have to finish packing. We weren't planning on being at Day 1 the whole entire day because we just weren't going to do it. So I finished packing on this day. I used another paper milk sticker for that. I then went back to Boot Barn with my sister because I told her, I was like, hey, they got some cute stuff. So I went back there again with her, used an icon to mark that. She got some things that she needed, and then we went to her house, did a couple errands, and then we went and drove to oh my god, my brain, Indio. There we go. So yeah, we went to Boot Barn, and then we checked into the hotel, so I just used a little munchkin to mark checking into the hotel. And then after that, we got settled, got dressed and changed into the outfits that we wanted, and then we just kind of went there. We ended up getting there, I think, on the first day at like 5 or 6 o'clock, so we weren't really planning on seeing a lot of the artists. I really wanted to see Marion Morris, and then my sister wanted to see Thomas Rhett, and we were mostly there for them, but we did get some food. We went to the Honky Tonk Hall, so I used like this little couple dancing, which was really cute, which the Honky Tonk Hall was like line dancing inside, and they had AC, and it was beautiful. But yeah, I marked that, and then I did mark Marion Morris and Thomas Rhett. So Marion Morris is one of my favorite artists. I was introduced to her, funnily enough, by one of my ex-best friends, and I actually had seen her in concert before when I went to a Marion Morris and a Niall Horan concert, and I just love her music. A lot of people didn't know a lot of her songs, but I did, and I loved it. So I used a little like fangirling paper milk Maro to mark Marion Morris, and then Thomas Rhett actually brought out Ashton Kutcher, which most of the like main acts will bring out someone, and he brought out Ashton Kutcher, which was so random. But yeah, I just used another paper milk Maro to mark Thomas Rhett and Ashton Kutcher, which was really cute. Moving on to Saturday. So Saturday was our main day. That was the day that we spent pretty much the entire day, and it was also the hottest day on the grounds. I was dying. I was so flippin' hot. I was sweating like as soon as we got out of the car. But yeah, so for marking Stagecoach Day 2, I used Jessie because, again, she's a cowgirl, might as well. And then I just marked that we took all the pictures. We wanted to get there earlier enough to buy their merch, to be able to take photos without like a bunch of people in there and just to kind of roam the grounds and stuff and actually be able to do some things. So we did take all of the pictures. So I used a Whimsical Cat Studio Girl to mark that. Also, this is me like kind of planning out what needs to go in what box. And then I did buy some merch. I bought some Carrie Underwood merch. I was really sad though because some of the stuff that I would have purchased was already sold out, which was fine. We weren't going to wait in the lines the night before, so it was just a sign that I didn't need it, which was probably true because I was going to buy another blanket and I don't need another blanket. But we did my merch, so I used a little munchkin to mark that, and then I marked that I was dying in the heat because, oh my god, it was the worst. It was so bad. So I used a So Hot munchkin to mark dying in the heat, and then we did go to Guy Fieri's demo. My sister knew someone who was working in the same area, so she wanted to go visit him. We didn't end up seeing him on this day. We saw him on the next day, but we ended up like standing there for his like demo, so I figured I would mark it. So I used a little munchkin that's like barbecuing to mark that. And then we started the allergy journey. It started like midday on this day, and oh my god, y'all, them allergies were bad. They were so bad. So to mark my allergies, I used a Wonton a Million little sticker and then an allergy script that is from my shop. Alright, so that kind of abruptly cut off because my computer decided to completely start lagging and it was messing up the voiceover. So hopefully it works because I've tried this like 4 times now and I had to restart Final Cut Pro. If it still doesn't work, then I'm probably going to have to restart my whole computer. But hopefully it doesn't lag anymore because I'm so close to being done with this. But anyway, so next after allergies, I marked alcohol and lemonade. So they had these lemonade stands where they sold like giant lemonades and they were expensive. They were like $20 or something like that. But my sister had actually bought off of Amazon a sunscreen bottle that on the inside you can put alcohol and then there was like a little stopper and then you could put a little bit of sunscreen in it so that if they smelled it and opened the top, it would smell like sunscreen, but it was actually alcohol. So we got some vodka and we put that in the lemonade and it was great. Technically what I used is a beer munchkin, but I don't have very many alcohol like stickers because I don't usually drink, but I decided to use a little beer sticker to mark it. And then I did mark that we watched Lee Bryce, so he was one of the artists that we did want to see, so I just used a Paper Bits Co. little character to mark that. And then I just marked that we were dancing in the desert because we were dancing in the desert and we were living our best lives with Carrie Underwood, and I have no regrets. It was the greatest time. So I used a Stick with the Plan Co. Girl to mark dancing in the desert. And then I obviously marked Carrie Underwood because she was the highlight of this entire trip and just the festival, and she was just great. So I used like a fangirling little character munchkin to mark that, and I just marked that it was the best night ever because it was probably the first time this year that I had genuine fun, and it was just a great time to just kind of get out of my head, to have some time and bonding time with my sister, and it was one of the best experiences I've ever gotten to experience. Just Carrie Underwood, just in general, is the reason why, but it was so entirely fun. So, yeah, that was the Saturday. That was day 2 of Stagecoach. And then for day 3, I used Bo Peep because I needed another sticker to mark it, and I ran out of, like, cowboy cowgirl stickers from Toy Story, so I used Bo Peep because she matched. And then we weren't planning on going full day on this one. Honestly, we were kind of exhausted by this point, and also I'll explain what happens to me at this point because, oh my god, y'all, I was feeling shitty. But essentially we ended up sleeping in a little bit, so I used a munchkin and a sleep-in script from, I believe that script one is from Kinsey's Creations. Okay, filming Lindsay, are you going to be? There we go. I was like, you are out of frame. But we did sleep in a little bit, and then we did have to check out of our hotel and like pack everything up. However, my body decided, was like, nah, F this, you have allergies, and also you're gonna have cramps on your final day of Stagecoach. So I was just not having it. That was part of the reason why we also weren't gonna stay, because I was in so much pain. My body was angry at me from lack of sleep, from allergies, from the dust, from partying all night, to then was just like, here, F this. Also, my camera decided to cut out. But yeah, so I marked that I had cramps. I just used a munchkin to mark that. And then I marked that I felt like shit, because I did, 100%. So I used a scribbler to mark feeling like shit, because, oh my god, I felt so terrible. We then checked out of the hotel, so I used a little munchkin to mark that, and we did, like I said, we did go back. We did go for the third day. We were just only there for a couple hours. So the other reason why we also were only there for a couple hours was because we had to check out of the hotel. We weren't staying another day, so we weren't planning on being there for a long time, because that meant we had to do another like 12-hour day there, and we were not about to do that. So for checking out of the hotel, I used a munchkin, and then we did go and shop at the marketplace. They have like a little marketplace area that you can buy some stuff from like different vendors and things. So I used a little boat icon to mark that, and then we did take a little bit more pictures today, or on that day. So I used another one of the Teeny and Friends characters to mark that, and then we did drive home. So I used a Van Sticky Girl to mark driving home. And I marked more allergies, because y'all, oh my god, they were so bad. I felt terrible on this day. But I used a munchkin that's like sneezing, and then the allergy script is again from my shop. And then last but not least, I went to bed early because my body was done. It was over it. And I used a little sleeping sticker and a bed early script that is from Carly Plans. So that was my weekend. It ended, it was a high note, and then there was the low note of just, here, my body's just going to royally screw you over, and it sucked, but that's okay. It is what it is. We survived the weekend, and I would 100% go back again. Would definitely want to go with a bigger group of people though, and I don't know, it was just a really, really good time. So that is this spread. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm obviously going to flip through what is left in the kit. It was a mini kit, so I don't think there's that much left over, and it's also a really old format. So there's a lot of little things that are left over. But yes, that's everything that's left in the kit. I'll give you guys a little bit of a wiggle as well. We didn't have underlays this week, so there isn't going to be a lot that's going to be showing, but that is okay. She is still pretty. I still really like it. But yes, thank you guys so much for watching and for still sticking through with me planning all the way through April still. But thank you guys for sticking with me. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you haven't already, and subscribe to my channel also if you have not already. And leave me some kind of comment down below. And I will see you guys in another video very, very soon. Bye, guys.